This wasn't what I expected when I decided to take a break from work. And yet, in that moment, if only for just a moment, everything was worth it. How did we get here? Well, let me explain. It's been 10 days since I flew out in late October to backpack India by myself. I've had a lot of good moments. Sailing through a red sunrise along the gentle waves of the Ganges River. Stuffing my face with extra helpings of naan and sabzi. Tons of laughter as my newfound friends and I would get lost on the way to our next destination. But the journey hasn't always been smooth. Life on the road was often difficult. Walking for hours with my giant backpack through narrow alleys because I couldn't find my hostel and didn't have a SIM card. Packing and locking my stuff every time I had to use the bathroom for fear I'd lose everything. Feeling lost as I tried to figure out how to book a last-minute Tatkal train ticket myself. Perhaps you'd be able to tell in the long glances out the window whenever I sat alone. Deep down, I wondered, was this worth it? What do I want to do with my life? What am I even traveling for?
What's up, boys? We finally made it to Jaisalmer. I'm on the very west of India. Basically, my area already is at the border of Pakistan. I've never been this far out, so it's pretty cool. I'm not the most well rested because I had to wake up at 4 for my train because it was in the morning. And I slept a bit late, like 12, playing chess with my friends. So I'm a bit of a off start, a bit groggy. It's super hot, super dusty, the worst heat in Manila kind of heat.
So yeah, let's go check in.
Nice car. Desert safari. Oh. Okay.
In the evening, I finally met some new
Raj
friends over
restaurant.
dinner,
Rooftop dining.
Harry and Marlon. It was interesting to hear how different our journeys in India were, and it was nice to just talk. I only realized it then, but I've been mostly alone for 2 days now. We talked and walked, and realizing we had the same goal, decided to form a group to do a desert overnight tour the next day. On our way to find more people to join us, we encountered something pretty unexpected. It's crazy. Here I am on a distant continent. No friends, relatives, singing on a rooftop with strangers. And yet, I feel at home. You have to say it, Harry. You have to say it, Peter.
Don't worry, be happy.
Namaste, good morning, friends. Today we are doing a 3-day, 2-night safari, going all the way out to the sand dunes in Khuri dunes, visiting Kuldhara village, going on a camel safari, going on a jeep safari, going on an evening jeep safari where we hope to see some desert foxes, bonfire, sleeping on the sand dunes, catching sunset and sunrise, and seeing a million stars. And we got a really good price, 2,600 rupees per person. because of Amit, the brother of Sumit, who I made friends with in Jodhpur. So he gave a really good price for us, and he promised a very great service. Very exciting. Chalo. Yeah. Assassin's Creed. Yeah. We're 8 in total in the group. We started out as 2, then became 4, then became 8. I don't know how.
And just like that, we're off.
It's like a gyroscope.
Telescope? Oh, really? By the land?
No, I will take a flight from Bangkok because Myanmar is closed.
Yeah.
So, and Tibet is impossible to get the visa. So I have to fly.
One by one, we start sharing our travel stories. Marlon had traveled from France to India only by land, after finishing his studies in landscape design. In only 7 months, he'd crossed all over Europe and the Middle East. He'd hitchhike along the Albanian coast, camped through canyons in Turkey, and even hiked Mount Damavand, a semi-active volcano in Iran at 5,600 miles above sea level, the highest in Asia. Just a few months ago, he was in Pakistan, on the other side of this very desert. Alex, on the other hand, had left Germany in September, straight out of his surgical apprenticeship and just before medical school. He was only 21, and yet he's probably seen more of the world than most people. He started in Sri Lanka before working his way up in India. Funnily enough, he tried to train himself by eating spicy food in Germany, but let's just say that didn't really prepare him. Piotrek had been in India for almost a month already. He'd spent a fair bit of time in Gujarat, celebrating Navratri in the homes of locals, wearing kurtas, sleeping in the house of friendly Gujaratis, and even joining the local dances. He was particularly fond of the spiritual and yoga elements of India. I realized many things about the world in those next 45 minutes. Perhaps the most important, that I was never alone. We may have taken different paths, but through our respective journeys, we found ourselves chasing the same thing. A simple desire to explore and see more of this crazy world.
Hello, sheep. Bye, brothers. Namaste.
No, I think after it's in the desert.
We're supposed to give 120.
We've reached our first stop, 17 kilometers west of Jaisalmer, Kuldhara abandoned village. Desert time.
Maybe this was a furnace where they burned stuff. You can see some wood up here. I'm guessing the people were a bit shorter. Hey, Marlon.
We climb atop one of the houses to get a better view of the village. Rows of sandstone stretch out to infinity. The 6 of us look so small against this backdrop. I run around looking for the edge. Each house I pass looks more like rubble than building. I can feel civilization melting into wilderness. They say the residents of Kuldhara cast a curse that prevented anyone from peacefully residing within the village after they left. I don't feel any evil presence. If anything, I feel at ease. The Thar desert I'm standing on has existed for at least a millennium. Compared to it, my 24 years of life is barely a footnote. Against this scale, I can't help but feel silly worrying so much.
Have you seen Alex?
We know he's sweet.
Did you like the village?
Yeah.
Piotr?
But we lost Alex.
Can
It's
I maybe
okay.
have a...
Really?
50 rupees.
We have plenty of water in the jeep.
How was your day, Alex?
It was great.
Nice.
After a quick break, we set off for Khuri dunes, where we sleep for the night. The desert's kinder now, cooler, the sun isn't as harsh. It's easier to look at the horizon without squinting. In the desert, it's all there is, the horizon, sucking everything in and turning it into sand, like a black hole.
Namaste. We are now at the Oasis in the middle of nowhere.
Everything disappears into the horizon. Strange. Over the past few months, I've questioned my identity a lot. I've worked in big corporate for almost 3 years. Who am I if I don't have a job? I'm not creative, not an artist. How exactly am I going to be a content creator? What will my friends and colleagues even think? But as I watched the landscape get sucked into the horizon over and over again, I feel a peace settle in my gut. Maybe those identities don't fit me anymore. Not at this stage of my life, not in this new environment. Maybe there's more to me. Maybe it's okay that I'm not 100% sure of the future. That the only thing I'm sure of is this moment. Wind in my hair, sun in my eyes, on the frontier of life. I'm free. I'm happy.
Sprite.
Sandy Sprite.
Sandy Sprite.
Sandy Sprite. We don't have all day. Come on, come on.
Wow, yeah. Wow, Piotrek, you look like a model.
Oh, they're like predators. They're like lying.
Met someone, don't care what it costs. No ray of sunlight ever
I'm waiting for you. I had your ass in my face.
Now waiting for us.
I'm sitting here with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 camels. We're about to do our camel safari. My first time with camels, and gosh, they are huge, man. Look, they've... Okay. Wow! Wow, it's like a dinosaur! Woo! Let's go, Piotr! What's the name of your camel? The fastest camel. Michael.
I need to ask her, what's going on? Are we going strong? Perfect high, we fit so right.
I think the camel is fine.
You smell good?
I don't smell anything.
Oh, maybe they don't fart anything with smell.
Maybe it's their vegetarian diet.
No, that's not true. I've been eating their vegetables as well. It's not true.
Here we are, galloping through the desert on a pack of camels, like a bunch of cowboys. Not a care in the world. I'm struck with a deep sense of joy.
Shalom!
The meaning we seek. Perhaps it all boils down to this. To have fun. To laugh.
I think it's a good way to activate the hips, you know. Yeehaw!
To do silly things.
Yeehaw! Ooh-ha!
New things.
Lilo!
Everybody use big Lilo.
Lilo! You get used to the motion after a while.
In the company of good friends.
Oh yeah, that feels good.
This is what life's about.
Thank you, friend. Thank you, papaya.
Rest well.
Can you what? Namaste. We're in the desert right now, Khuri Dunes. Just finished our camel safari. It's very nice. Front flip!
I miss the way that place would make me feel inside. This life's a journey. It's made me who I am. So let's embrace
Wow!
it. Turn a page, my friend.
Nothing like I've ever seen before. It's quite cold actually, it's chilly, a lot of wind, and it's so nice to see the whole horizon just stretch out in front of you. You're bathed in an ocean of blue, in a sky of blue. There's birds flying over me right now. The sand on my feet feels so soft and gentle. I feel so connected to the earth. And everywhere you go, left and right, there's just so much sand all around you. I'm really having fun. This is definitely one of the best parts of my trip in India. And if you guys ever get the chance to visit a desert, do a camel safari, that's, if they treat the camels well, and if you get the chance to, play around with the dunes and be a kid again. It feels great. Feel the breeze on my skin right now. Life's good, that's what's up.
Now I'm home. I feel like I'm letting go. I know I need a change. 'Cause now I'm home.
I think this is what I was searching for when I went on a trip. These small, fleeting moments of wonder where you see the sky open up in front of you. You feel the sand on your feet. You feel the breeze of the wind in your hair. You're with strangers, now friends, just chilling. You see how big and wide the landscape is. Sand dunes and trees for miles, not a single city or person. It's so quiet and peaceful. And yeah, it's a reminder of how great this world is, how beautiful it is, how lucky we are to be able to explore. And it's a reminder to me to enjoy life. This is the feeling I search for every time I travel. This is me trying to capture lightning in a bottle. This is that magic that I always feel. And I'm feeling it right now in these dunes. Dal? Desert dinner. What's this?
This is camel.
Cucumber, cauliflower. Sunflower and garlic. Gotcha. Okay. Thora. Acha. Okay. Yeah. Okay, dhanyavad. You learned this from the Philippines, yeah? Oh, fuck.
We were done it all the time.
In Palawan.
Sleep on the beach.
There's a foundation actually, Litter of Life, where they do that. They fill the water. What's this again? What'd you call it?
Are we all in now? I think
Alex, Peter, Ashish, Marlon, and Harry from the Philippines. It's our pizza delivery. Wow, it looks so nice.
Wanna record this, bro?
I am. Having a debate on politics by the sand dunes. Very interesting. Still no dinner. It's the moon. I don't think you can see it. Wow, there it is. It's a half moon, guys. It's red.
This is it. all those moments for a moment like this. I'm taken back to my questions when I first started this trip. Why travel? What do I want to do with my life? Is this really worth it? And in that moment, in the desert with nothing but my clothes, my friends, and the universe in its raw glory, I find my answer. This is it. This beauty I'm seeing as the world unfolds in front of me. How could I've ever doubted it? I may not know exactly where I'm going, what I'm doing, but in the silence of the desert, I hear it echo within me. The sound of a promise forming. I'll do anything to chase a life full of moments like this.
If only I had a better camera. Yeah, Alex, you're high. Yeah, he's high.